Have you or a loved one been involved in a restructuring? Have you been exposed to an exit activity? If so, you may be entitled to termination benefits.
Call 1-800-LAW-GAAP today for a free consultation.
Let's talk about exit or disposal costs under U.S. GAAP in 3 minutes or less. First of all, some key terms. U.S. GAAP talks about exit activities. This is a pretty broad term. It can include a restructuring, but it could be something beyond that. Restructuring has a specific definition. This is a program that's planned and controlled by management, and it materially changes either the scope of a business undertaken by an entity or a manner in which that business is conducted. And then we have termination benefits. These are the costs associated with terminating employees. That might be in conjunction with a restructuring, or it could just be termination of employees. Let's first talk about ASC Topic 420. This is the guidance that covers exit or disposal costs when we recognize them. What are we talking about here? We're talking about certain one-time termination benefits for employees. We're talking about costs that are incurred to terminate a contract that's not a lease. Terminating a lease is dealt with by ASC Topic 842, the lease accounting standard. Costs to consolidate facilities or relocate employees, costs associated with disposal activities in a discontinued operation, and various other costs as well. Okay? When it comes to recognition of exit or disposal costs under ASC Topic 420, they are recognized in the period in which the liability is incurred. They're recognized at fair value. Oftentimes, this requires some sort of evaluation technique, like a present value technique. There are a couple of exceptions to that, dealing with certain employee termination benefits. We'll talk about those in a minute, or if fair value cannot be reasonably estimated. Okay, so that's ASC Topic 420. Let's take a look at termination benefits. A lot of different types of termination benefits. We have involuntary and voluntary. That's the first decision we have to make. If we have involuntary termination benefits, meaning the employee did not have the choice on whether or not they wanted to terminate, we next have to decide whether those are contractual. What we mean there is they're required by law, HR policy, union agreements, things like that. If they're contractual, they're under the Topic 712. Okay? And the accounting there is we'll recognize a liability for those termination benefits when it's probable that the employees will be entitled to the benefit and the amount can be reasonably estimated. For one-time benefits, these are one-time, they're not part of one of these arrangements that we just discussed. They're under Topic 420, exit or disposal cost. Here we have to decide whether there is a future service requirement by the employee to get the benefit or whether they just get the benefit. Regardless, both of these are measured at fair value at the date that the benefit is communicated to the employees. If there's a future service requirement, we're going to recognize that cost over that service period. If there's not a future service requirement, we'll recognize it at the communication date. That was a lot to cover in 3 minutes or less, and certainly there was more information to discuss. If you want to learn more about exit or disposal costs, check out the GAAP Dynamics Learning Library. Check out the library.
Perfect.